Q, or like how I found this new thing that I'm doing. And I never really say Q or Q Sciences. I kind of don't even put a name to it because I don't want people to think of it as something else as all the other companies, because we all know about all those. For me, I found it because I messaged my girlfriend Joanna, who you guys all know is my clothing girl, and I said to her, I'm like, I need something for Logan. And that's where it started. I was like, I'm going crazy. We're doing 6 hours of homework every single day, and I'm ready to freaking kill each other. We're both ready to kill each other. So she was like, this is what I've done for my kids. One of her kids has a sensory problems. So she was like, it's completely changed him. And so I was like, done. Like, I don't care what I have to do. Like, I need something, and I need something like this second, because I'm going to go absolutely crazy. And Logan is going to go crazy too. So he's been on it since we got it. And I've taken him off a few days to just kind of see, like, okay, if I'm going to sit in here, I'm going to not have him on it, and I'm going to watch him. And he's like, the days that he's not on it, he's flying on the top of his chair and all sorts of craziness in class. And I'm just like, oh my God, like, I don't know how this is possible. But then the days that he is on it, he sits, he's sitting doing his work. He gets all his writing done. Homework is done in 30 minutes instead of 6 hours. And I'm just like, oh my God, this is like, why did we not know about this before? Like, it's almost summertime. Like, I'm screwed. But so then for me, she connected me with Ashley, and I said to Ashley, I need something for sleep and my migraines. Like, if I'm going to get stuff for Logan, I might as well get stuff for me too. And she told me the Q Sport. My girlfriend also told me about Q Sport. And then she told me about the sleep. You guys, I no joke, will put 3 squirts in my mouth and I'm out in 15 minutes. And you guys all know that you guys all ask me, when do you sleep? Do you sleep? Anything? And I'm never asleep. So the fact that, like, I can, no joke, take it at 9:30, and by 10 o'clock, I don't even know my phone's going off because I'm dead asleep. And that, for me, that's like huge. Like, I'm actually getting like at least 8 hours of sleep now. So for me, that was huge. And then with the migraine, the Q Sport, because I know a lot of us all deal with migraines. So this is the cup that I use. I should take my little guy off of him. um, but I'll fill it up to here. And then there was the first day that I like really truly noticed it, because I hadn't had a migraine. I had coffee the day before, and I didn't have anything from Q that day because it was just a crazy day. And then the next morning I woke up and had a horrible migraine, and I was like, oh no, like, we can't do this. Like, like, that's what happened because I missed my shit yesterday. Like, not okay. And so I made my drink, and I had from the top to just the bottom of this heart. And in 15 minutes, my migraine was completely gone. And I was like, okay, like, how is this possible? Like, I'm so here for this. And I'm like, I barely even drank the drink and it's already gone. Like, I've had one migraine since starting this stuff, and it's been like 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks now.
Bye.
And I've had one migraine. So yeah, and this is Ashley. She's amazing, and she's helping me.
Seriously,
I need that now.
It makes me so happy. Literally, that is like something I hear all the time. That's probably, yes, safe while pregnant. That was probably one of the biggest reasons that I came over here, was the product. Which I'm going to share a little bit more because there's so many really cool things. But let me quick share my screen. I will try and go fast through this so I don't take up your whole evening. But have this fun little slideshow so you guys can see a little more. So this is me. This is my family. I am a mom of 3. I've been doing Q now oh my gosh, I think it's been about a year, which is crazy because I was the most skeptical person in the whole entire world. If you are that person who's like, I don't want to try anything because I need to know all the ingredients, or you are scared about like social selling, like that kind of thing. Like I was you. I was like, there's no way I'll ever do that. I'm not going to be that person online. Like I could never sell something. This company, this comp plan, these products changed my world. So I became a mom pretty young. I was 19 when I had my first baby. And I literally thought for sure, like, I'm not going to go anywhere in life. I'm just not like, I'll be a teen mom, yeah, whatever. What else am I going to do? Be the mom. And because of social selling, we have been able to do so much. It's crazy. And I am not kidding you. If you guys have ever even had a little bit of like, I think I could like try something like that, reach out to Brittany, because what we have here is so new and so fresh. And it's something for anywhere from like a baby to elderly. I mean, this is for everybody. These products are natural. They work really well. Like Brittany was saying, it's something that almost instantly you notice a change, which is not very common. And I don't know about you guys. Tell me in the chat, do you guys struggle with sleep like Brittany does? Or do you struggle with migraines? Or where is like kind of your pain point? What do you guys want help with? And some people, like for me, I really just wanted like overall, I wanted to always just feel good. I wanted to make sure I was getting my vitamins. I wanted to make sure my kids were getting their vitamins. We were also kind of struggling with sleep and a little bit of stress, maybe a lot of stress. So a little backstory, these two guys right here are behind the company. A lot of companies you see today have been around for a long time. Most people have not heard of Q, which is so cool because when you're talking about something like a sleep spray or an energy drink with chia seeds in it that doesn't taste like chia seeds, most people are like, wait a second, what is that? Because I'm drinking Monster all day or I'm drinking coffee all day. Like I need something. I'm not sleeping. My kids aren't sleeping. So to be able to be like, oh, it's Q. Have you heard of it? And most people are like, what? It's what? So it's an awesome space to be in. These two guys have created such an incredible company that anybody, I truly, truly believe anybody can come here and do this business and find success. You can find products that you'll need or want or will work for you. They have just created such a cool space for like anybody. So we are in 20 different countries and we're constantly growing. So if you know people in other places in the world, that's also really cool because they could be some of those first people to start out there. We just recently launched in Mexico and a few other places. So this is really, really cool. We're seeing so much growth too, which most companies are not seeing any growth. And ours is just constantly just kind of blowing up. We just opened up a comp plan in 2018. So that's how kind of fresh and new we are. This guy right here is Dr. Stephen Kimberly. So if you are like me, I want to know the ingredients. I think Brittany, you kind of do too. You want to know like why things work or what it works for. She's asked me so many questions, which I totally love because I feel like it just shows the kind of person she is and she cares and wants to make sure if you're asking her a question, she's going to be able to give you the right answer. And that's one thing that I love here is they're so transparent. A lot of companies today, you try and find like the ingredient list, you can't find it. There's not an ingredient list. They tell you their products are all natural. They tell you it's organic, but like odds are it's probably not. So this guy actually worked at WebMD. So if you had ever been that kind of person that was like, hey, I'm feeling really sick, and then you find out you actually should go to the hospital, never search your stuff on Google or WebMD because you'll end up like realizing you have something that you really don't, and whatever. That's how I am. But he's really awesome. He's so nerdy and so smart. And he creates all of these videos so that we can learn more about our product. But he is also behind every single one of our products. And he basically knows that science does not stand still. And what he means by that is he knows that we should constantly have new ingredients in our stuff. We shouldn't be using the same stuff that our grandparents were using. We're not eating sticks of butter anymore. We know better. Like, he wants to make sure what we're putting into our products is top notch. So once in a while, a product will change, and it will be because he finds a different plant that should be in the ingredient or in the product instead of something else. And I think that is so, so cool. So that's like, if you are nerdy and you want to see any of the testing or ingredients or why an ingredient is in there, ask us any of that, because we have all of the third-party testing. So business side of things and product customer side of things, this is really cool to see. We not only have a full line of hemp products, and I'm talking like top-notch hemp products. I have tried probably 4 to 5 different hemp products in the past. Have you guys ever tried hemp or like CBD? You can let me know in the comments. A lot of people have. I know, like for me, I wanted to try something natural for like my stress and anxiety and stuff like that. Honestly, I've always struggled with depression. I've always struggled with like seasonal depression. I have a daughter who is 7, and she struggles with kind of it's not like your normal moodiness. It's like extreme moodiness and kind of frustration, overwhelm, a lot of emotions. And I swear to you, this hemp oil, I just took some like right before this call because I was like, I'm like kind of anxious. You put it under your tongue and you feel it almost instantly, which is so cool. It's not filled with all the crap that most of like get it at the gas station, the tanning salon. Ours is, we literally own the airspace above where ours is grown. So you can actually scan this there's a QR code on every single bottle, and you can see what plant, like what your plant, where it was grown, all the info on that actual plant that is in this bottle, which is super cool. But we not only have all of that full spectrum hemp, but we also have all of these other awesome products. And I know that Brittany, a couple of hers are the Sport Energy Drink, which is this like pink dragony looking thing. That is one of our best sellers because most people are not getting sleep. We have a mushroom blend. We have protein shakes. So if you're somebody who is kind of looking to lose weight or even gain weight or just something to add in, these are awesome and they taste so good. We have a couple different flavors. We have a kids line. We have products for people struggling with so many different things. Mental health is such a big thing right now. And a lot of people are realizing they have had anxiety for a long time. They've struggled with depression. They have migraines. They have PTSD. They struggle with pain all the time. And our products can literally help you actually feel good. So I think that is really, really awesome. This is, I don't think, Brittany, you don't have the Q-Core yet, which is funny that Brittany said that the Dragonberry helps with her migraines. I hadn't heard that yet because most people actually jump on and get our Q Max, which
I think it's because of the caffeine. It's the caffeine that's in the Dragon.
That's probably what it is.
I've completely cut. I have no coffee anymore and no soda. And for you guys that watch me, like,
that's crazy.
Coffee every morning and 1 to 2 large Cokes from McDonald's with no ice so that I can get as much as my soda as I possibly can get. I'm like, no ice. And they're like, no ice. I'm like, yeah, I'll just put it in my fridge at home just so that I have it when I need it, when I have that migraine hit. But for me, like, I haven't had a soda in probably 2 weeks, and coffee I had the one day, and I was like, the next day I had the migraine. I was like, never again am I drinking coffee. And it was so hard for me to kick coffee in the past and kick soda. And I honestly, I drink this drink. Between drinking this, I kind of use this like all throughout the day, almost, instead of like sitting there drinking it all at once. A lot of the time I find myself like sipping on it and then I drink water. But if I need like flavor, because I hate water.
Yeah.
I will take this and then I'll drink my water also. That way I get a little bit of something, but I've also never been a water drinker, like ever. My mom is always, you need to drink water. You need to drink. I'm like, I got it, but I don't like it. So I'm not going to do it. I'm going to make tea with water because then I'm drinking water, right? My mom's like, no, not when you add sugar to it, not when you add all this other crap to it. I'm like, okay, well, it's still the same thing. Technically, in my head, I'm drinking water through the tea, so that's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. Yeah. No, it's really good though. If you guys are like Brittany and you also don't like water or you drink a ton of energy drinks, this is the Dragonberry is so good. But this is by far probably the number one product at Q. This is their brain supplement, which a lot of people take like all these different supplements, right? But we're never taking anything for our brain, right? But like when you think about it, like mental health and stress and anxiety and all of these like migraines, they all stem from up here. And this QMax is awesome. It's the number one brain supplement in the entire world, which is really, really cool. There's tons of testing done on it. It's full of so much incredibleness. And if you want to see all of the testing and stuff, we will send that over to you if you want to see the ingredients and stuff too. But you can actually get these. I love that they do this because I'm somebody who really struggles with like remembering if I actually took my like supplements for the day. And they have these little pillow packs. So you get a morning pack and an evening pack, and it has your QMax, so your brain supplement. It's got your Align, which is an anti-inflammatory. A lot of people struggle with pain, like all over pain, back pain, legs pain, all the things. And a lot of the time it's because you have inflammation in your body, and it's just because of the way we eat. Everybody has inflammation, but a lot of the times we think, oh, I must have done something to my leg, or, oh, I must just need to take up some pain meds. It is usually, oh, I can't admit this person. Why? Why is it not letting me? Shoot, sorry guys. Okay, I think I got it. So a lot of the times inflammation causes pain. So this is awesome for that. And then there's the Qbiotics, gut health. Do you know how important gut health is? Like literally so important. And so many people don't realize it. And if you're not going to the bathroom regularly, if you're constantly having like kind of stomach aches, stomach pains, all of that stuff, odds are you probably need something for your gut. These are so good. So many people don't want to ever be without this because it helps with their migraines. It helps with their overall pain. It helps with all of the things. So that is our Q Core, and you can get it in a whole pack for the whole month, and it's all right there. We also have a kids version of it. My kids take this. This is what Brittany's son is taking. It's a powder. You put it into a drink. I suck at taking pills, so this is like something that's really good for me. I just do 4 scoops, put it with some orange juice, chug it down, you're good. So we do have weight loss products. We have shakes. We have our trim, which is actually so cool. Do you know when you have a belly that is like kind of hard? Have you ever seen people who have like a kind of just a hard belly, like a lower belly where it almost just like won't go away? You do everything in the world to get it away. It won't go anywhere. So this is our trim pills. And what I love about them, the number one ingredient in it is white kidney beans. But what it does is it basically eats the visceral fat, which is that hard kind of stomach that won't go away. Hold on. Sorry, you guys. I don't know why it's not letting me. I don't have a mouse for some reason. And I'm like trying to get in there, but I can't. Why can't I get? Oh, there it goes. Thank goodness. Someone was like waiting, and I was like, I can't even let someone in. Okay, they went away. So we'll just go back in. Actually, I think I can just go right here. Sorry, you guys. This is like not normally. I don't normally do this on my laptop. Typically, I do this on my computer. So I'm like all over. Okay, there we go. Okay, so weight loss products. So I was telling you about the trim pills. So they eat away at visceral fat. So that's like that hard belly that a lot of people can't seem to get away. It also helps with cravings. So a lot of people will go from kind of eating all the time to they're not as like snacky anymore. So this is great. And then a lot of people will mix it with our meal replacement shakes, which I drink these every single morning. I mix it with a little bit of coffee, a little bit of banana, and a ton of ice. And it tastes like the chocolate one tastes like a Wendy's smoothie, Frosty. So good. We have whey protein and pea protein. So I'm vegan, and this is great for me because I don't drink or I don't use dairy, so I use the pea protein version. But if you use dairy and you want the dairy version, we have whey protein too. We also have creams. This is an awesome product if you're somebody who struggles with pain. I had the worst knee pain. I was in a car accident. I had the worst knee pain for literally ever. And I would use our Renew hemp cream. It's just like this Excel at the bottom. And you just put it on and almost instantly can feel relief. It was one of the products that actually sold me on these products because I was like, how did that happen? I've been in pain for like weeks. We have a Boost spray that you put in your mouth, and it's a metabolism booster. So if you want to try something small, our sprays are awesome.
I took that today.
Oh, you did.
I was like, I'm gonna try because I got all my sprays. I'm like, let's try all of these. I took that and the B12 today.
Yes, those are both.
I needed energy.
Metabolism boosting and energy. So those are great sprays. And they taste good. They don't, I mean, they have like kind of like a fruity-ish kind of flavor. I don't really know how to describe them. Everyone kind of, it's funny.
It's like fruity, but mint.
Yeah, that's what everyone says. They're like, oh, I'm sorry, you guys are going to hear my train. I live in a really small town and we have a train that goes through. And of course I live like right next to it. And of course it's going through right now.
But yeah, people like, now that you say it, it's like fruity but minty at the same time.
Yes.
Because like, I couldn't fully place like what the other taste was. Cause I was like, it kind of tastes minty, but it's not.
Right.
Like, it's not like,
strong.
let me put a piece of gum in my mouth or let me like a breath spray. I was like, what is this? Like, what is this flavor? Cause guys, I've been asked a lot on the lives, like, how does it taste? I'm like, I don't know how to explain. Like, it doesn't taste bad, but I don't know how to explain it. But fruity and minty is like exactly how.
Yeah.
The fruity was missing from my mint mind.
Yeah. Well, and like my kids, one of my kids will say it tastes really fruity. And then one of them will say it tastes like mint. So you kind of just get like, it doesn't taste bad, basically. My kids love it and they are picky. So these are all of the sprays. You can get them in a pack, which I think is so cool. This is the second best way besides going and getting an IV of vitamins. This is the second best way to get your vitamins in. So if you are noticing that you're taking your B12 vitamin and you're going to the bathroom and peeing it out, that's like it's not how you want your vitamins to work. You want to absorb your vitamins, and this is a great way to get them in. So you spray it right under your tongue and you swallow it. It's so easy. So for me, being someone who does not like swallowing pills, this is awesome. My husband, knock on wood, anybody else do that? I realize not everybody does that. My husband has been working all through this pandemic and he's had friends get sick. He's whatever. I swear to you, these vitamin sprays have like saved our house because he takes them every single day. We take them every single day. We do the B12, the vitamin C, and the vitamin D. And those are so important. And so many people are so deficient in those. And so if you're noticing a lack of energy, you're tired all the time, you just feel like a lot of times it's vitamins. And I know that seems so crazy, but it really is. They just do so much for you. But we also have the Boost spray, which I told you about. That is the metabolism booster. A relief spray, which is like a pain relief. So if you're somebody who takes a lot of Tylenol, whatever, this is awesome. If you're having migraines, the relief spray probably will not be enough for you. But it does work really well for kids who have headaches. It works well if you're just not, you've got some aches and pains. It's awesome. Same thing, sprayed under your tongue. And then the sleep spray. Anybody in here struggle with sleep or know somebody who struggles with sleep? This is what sold me, really, really sold me on the company, because when I tried it with my daughter who is, oh my gosh, how old was she when I started? Well, she was 10. Since she came into this world, I am not even exaggerating, struggled with sleep. Like we would put her to bed at like 8 and she'd be up until 1. We'd be crying. She would be reading. We'd be trying everything. And we got this sleep spray. You can do up to 8 sprays. It's a little bit of melatonin, which a lot of people are like, well, I need a lot of melatonin. You actually don't. It's the blend that they have put in this. It's a couple different plants. And literally you put it under your tongue and it's not like you're going to pass out and not be able to wake up. I still can hear my kids. Like I still will wake up if something was to happen, but you are in such a relaxed space that if you can't turn your head off, my daughter literally falls asleep every single night within about a half hour. And I jumped into this business and I was like, all of my friends need this. Like once one person hears about this, they're going to jump in and do this with me. This is going to be a spiral effect. So that is by far the best one. Brittany, did you want to say anything on that? I know you kind of did in the beginning.
No, just that like that has basically become like my holy grail.
Yeah.
At this point in sleeping. I mean, you guys all know how my sleep habits are. They're absolutely horrible. And like I said, like I could still hear things, but I'm I'm the one of those people. I like to lay in bed for an hour because it takes at least an hour for my body to like unwind.
Mhm.
But if I get in bed and I put on a show and I spray the sleep spray, I don't make it past at least halfway through the show. Like and then I wake up and my TV's on and I'm just like, I used to never fall asleep with my TV on because I'd turn it off and go to bed at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm like, I don't even remember finishing the show like that. And that was the first show I put on. Like that was the first time, the first like 2 days I realized that. And I was like, what, did I finish it? And then I watched it later and I'm like, I didn't see any of this. And I was like 20 minutes into the show and I was just like, okay, well, wow. I fell asleep real fast. If I only got 20 minutes into the show and I'm starting to realize that like I haven't seen any of this part of the episode. So for me, that was like the biggest thing for me.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm sleeping. Like that's amazing. And I never realized like how much I don't sleep until
you weren't
like I'm tired I'm sometimes now tired at 9:30 and I'm like, but I know if I go into bed at 9:30, my body is not like I have that brain of I'm constantly, what can we bring to the company? What like for business wise, for L&B and everything, my phone's constantly going off that I'm just like, I need something to help shut my brain off.
Mhm.
And the sleep spray just like shuts my brain off and lets me go to bed.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, okay. I just let it take control of me at this point because otherwise I'm like, no.
It's so good. It's so, so good. And it has that same like kind of minty, kind of fruity flavor, but you can go up to 8 sprays. Most people don't need 8 sprays. I do 3, maybe. My kids usually do about 3, but I used this while I was pregnant. I had really bad pregnancy insomnia and safe for pregnancy. So this is our hemp. I kind of already told you guys a little bit about the hemp, but you're absorbing 100% of it. If you've gotten hemp from Amazon or from just like a small mom and pop shop, a lot of the times you're really only absorbing actually, the third-party testing showed that, and PS, you guys, just so you know, we're almost done. Third-party testing showed that it was like people were absorbing anywhere from 7 to 10% of their hemp oil. You guys, that means you're spending $100, let's say, on a hemp oil, a good quality hemp oil. You are only getting $7 to $10 worth of product. Would you want that? Because I know I wouldn't. When I first jumped in here, they were absorbing 80% of this hemp oil is what they had tested. They've recently updated it and kind of reformulated this, and now you are absorbing 100%. So you feel it almost instantly, which is so, so cool. So, and we have a THC free option. We have different flavors. My favorite is either the berry or the cinnamon, kind of has like a clovey flavor. Super, super good though. Okay. So there are a couple different ways that you can order from us. First thing I want to say, if you grab any of our products, what I love about Q is that you have a love it guarantee with everything. If you are not happy with your product, you can get your money back. So if you want to try something, know that if you end up not liking it or it doesn't work for you, you can get your money back. Very rarely do people do that. Most people become a consistent company or customer, and they do not want to be without their product because they just work really fast. Kind of like Brittany has shared with you guys with what when I had first talked to her, she was like,
I don't want to run out of my drink. Like I literally have a cart full of like $300 worth of stuff because I'm like, I just want to like, and for Logan, I bought 2 of his drink when I first signed up because I was like, I swear if this works and we ever run out of it, I'm going to like, I have to have like an extra month's supply of it in case it's on back order, God forbid, or anything, like I have to make sure that I always have a stock of it. And I have 3 sleep sprays at this point. I'm like, I don't care. Like,
Yeah.
I need to make sure that I have the stuff that works for me, because if I don't have it, like I can't not sleep again.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying going to bed and actually like waking up. You guys see me early in the morning doing my makeup all of a sudden. And before I was like, no, come noon, 1 o'clock. I'm like, okay, but now I can function. Now I'm like 8:39 at the latest. I'm like, all right, time to get ready, make my drink, get clothes on, shot, like all of this. And then I'm live doing my makeup in the morning. I'm like, what the heck? This is never. My mom even pointed that out. She's like, you never go live early in the morning. I'm like, I've got stuff to do.
You're a new
Like,
woman.
yeah, I feel like a whole new woman.
That's so awesome. But seriously, that's kind of how a lot of people are. The other thing I didn't say with the kids vitamin, there is like elderberry in there. There is gut health. It's super inexpensive. And I don't know if I told you this, Brittany, but we can talk after, but your kid can actually fill out this really fun little chart for 30 days. So if they take their vitamins for 30 days, and then you can text a picture of that chart to this number for Q, and they'll actually send your kid a little like stuffed animal, I think it is, or some little prize for completing it, which is really, really cool. I think that's really fun. But to become an ambassador, so just like Brittany, it's only $39.95, which is so, so cool. You get like your back office, you get your website for the entire year. You get support. You're not alone, which I really, really love. Like when Brittany jumped in, I sent her over a video. I sent her over a little form to kind of see how much money do you want to make? What is your time? Like how much time do you have to work? We kind of ask all these questions because everybody's a little bit different. You know, Brittany obviously has already done kind of the social media thing, but not everybody has. I have a lot of people on my team who have no experience in social media who are really successful here. And it's because you're not alone. We do this with you. I do a call for your friends and we just make it, I don't know, in my opinion, simple. So the other way you can order from us, you don't have to jump in to get our discount. You can actually become a preferred customer and you get my price. You get Brittany's price. You don't have to sign up to sell the business just to get a discount on your products. You get about 25% off, which is awesome. You get rewarded for the longer you keep an auto ship on. You can turn it off. You're not like stuck on it. You can turn it off. You can change the products. You can go from having $100 on auto ship to a $17 vitamin spray. It doesn't matter. But as long as you keep it on, you're rewarded. We also have obviously the Love It Guarantee. You have like kind of like your own back office, which is really nice. So you can edit and change what you want. You could, maybe this month we have shakes. You want to get shakes this month, whatever, you can change it up. So that's really awesome.
What I did, I almost signed up to be the customer, and I had like filled out all the information. And then I thought to myself, well, shit, if this stuff helps me, you guys are all going to be told about it because I go live daily. So if it helps, I'm going to be drinking it. You guys are going to ask what I'm drinking. I'm going to be sleeping better. You guys are going to see how like more energized and just that like can be able to tell that like I've slept better and stuff like that. Like if I am able to feel these things, then you guys are going to see it because you guys are, so many of you guys have watched me for at least a year now. And so therefore, like, you guys know, like, if I'm down, if I'm like, however my mood is, you guys can know, like, the second you see me on live. So I'm like, if this stuff works, and why am I gonna, for me, it was, why am I gonna pay $10 for the year, but I could pay $40 today and save myself an extra 10 if I decide to sign up next month after trying the products and loving them. So I was like, well, shoot, I might as well just save myself $10. Like, might as well, because if I like this and I sign up next month, or I sign up in 2 weeks or 3 weeks when I get everything and it works, like, I'm going to spend the $40 to join.
Yeah.
And I might as well save the $10 now. I was just like, And I thought to myself, even if I don't sell it, like I might as well do it because at some point somebody's going to ask me about it.
Yeah.
And like I've been doing it for 3 weeks now. And I think the first time I've actually posted was when I posted the fact that I lost 5 pounds in a week, which was Monday. That was the first time like I've posted something on my wall about it. And like yesterday I did and today, but that was because like I knew that like we were doing this today. And so I wanted to like get as many people in here as possible because one, you're getting a chance to get a free sleep spray, which is my everything at this point. And two, like I was just like, Ashley can explain it so much better than I can sit there and explain it to you guys on live. She just can. I have not sat here and like read everything on the product because I've done that in previous companies and I like to know everything, but at the same time, I spend so much time on that I was just like, I want to use the product, see how they work, and let them speak for themselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I honestly, and that's something you guys should know too. If you ever want to do this, you do not need to know all the things. You don't need to know anything. I always tell people like almost less is more because then you can be like, no, I don't really know. Let me connect you with Ashley and Brittany. They'll be able to answer your questions. But yeah, honestly, this is really a cool part of if you wanted to do the business, you get paid 4 different ways. So we get paid customer commission. So you sell a spray, you get a commission, you sell products, you get commissions, monthly team commission. So you only need to have 2 people on your team to unlock this like team commission, which is really, really cool. And a lot of the times when people see this, they're like, ooh, tell me more. And just like Brittany said, she's talked about it a couple of times, but how many people have asked her questions? How'd you lose the weight? What are you doing for sleep? What are you doing for migraines? Because there are so many people right now that are struggling and they're struggling in silence. And so when you start to share, I'm struggling too, I'm with you, like this is where I'm at. So many people come out and they're like, wait a second, tell me more. So we also get bonuses and then we have a financial freedom movement. Why is it not going? There it goes.
I talked to 35 people in the last 3 days about what the heck Q is.
Yeah. And that's totally normal. Like,
and that for me, I was like, and I did not, I've been that person that was with other companies and I like, we were taught to like shove it down your throats. And for me, I was like, no, like, I'm not going to, I told her, I'm like, if I ever post anything, I'm only going to post it in my stories. I'm not going to post it on my timeline or anything because that's like, I don't want to be I don't want that to be who I am again because we were so forced to do that back in the day with other companies. And so for me, I was like, I'm going to just do it in my timelines. And then I weighed myself on Monday, mind you, I'm on my period also. And in another 2 days from Monday to today, I've lost another 2 pounds. I was like, what the heck is going on? Mom's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't even know. Like I ate a whole bag of freaking candy last night. But I only eat lunch and dinner. I don't eat breakfast because I usually have coffee, but now I'm having my sports drink. And then I have I have a shake around like 11:30, between 11 and 12, I have a shake and that lasts me almost all the way till dinner. Yeah. Where like, I might have like a few crackers or so and that's it. Or I'll drink water or whatever. But after that, I'm like, okay, I'm good. But then I'm still my late night snacker. Like I sat here last night and ate in half a box of Wheat Thins and ate a big bag of Gushers that had chili and all of that on it because I was just like, oh, it's so good. And we were sitting here watching TV and I was just like in my like element. And then I got on the scale this morning and I was like, how is this possible? What the heck? I was like, no, this cannot be. And my dad's like, are you sure? And I got back on the scale because of the fact that I was like, yo, I have a picture from 2 days ago. And I no joke had In-N-Out in between. And I had all the food I had yesterday. And I'm like, hey, you know what? part of that I'm sure is the no sugar. The sports drink has no sugar at all, but it tastes like it has sugar in it. And that's my biggest thing is it tastes like it's got sugar and is sweet. So it gives me that little like sugar sweet fix that I need. Cause my dad literally got me a bunch of chocolate bars because he knew that I was on my period. And he's like, he comes home and he's like, here, what kind do you want? And he pulls out like 5 chocolate bars. And I was like, why did you get me these? And he's like, because isn't that almost that time? I was like, are you tracking me? Like, what is going on? Like, I was like, how do you know that? Like, and I was like, I just got my period today. How did you know? Like, the heck? And he was like, tell me which one you want. I'm like, I don't want any of them. And he was like, wait, what? And he's like, I got ice creams too. And I was like, I'm good. And he's sitting here like, who are you? Like,
Gosh, I
you
want
don't want ice cream and you don't want chocolate bars? Like, what the heck? I could sit here and eat 5 chocolate bars in one sitting, but like, I'm not craving that at this point because of my protein shake that I'm having every day, the greens that I'm having every day, and the Dragonberry, the sports drink that I'm having, that I'm like, I'm good. And nothing really has sugar. So I'm like, I don't know where my sugar fix is getting taken care of, but I'm not craving it like I normally crave sugar. And that for me is the biggest thing. As having like a huge sweet tooth, I was that kid that had a cavity every other month because my parents were like, you need to stop eating candy. Like, this is too much. Like, you're in the dentist. Like, I would have probably 4 cavities a year. And for like probably like 2 years. And like the cavity, I would go through the filling because of how much I was having. And so it was just like one of those things where my parents are like, you need to chill on the candy. And at this point, I'm like, the fact that I'm like not really taking sugar, but I feel like I am because the drinks are sweet.
Yeah.
I'm just like, hey, sign me up. Like, I'm here for this.
It is. Well, and it's so they have chia seeds in them. So also that's going to fill you up, which is cool. So like Brittany was saying, she's probably not like craving as much because she's drinking that all day. So it's filling that like sweet tooth gap. So, so good. I'm so glad you like these products. I knew you would. When you messaged me, I was like, well, you're going to love everything. This is like one of the last slides. So if you guys want to screenshot this is, I think, the coolest part of Q. So this is their comp plan. So I was telling you guys about how we're paid 4 different ways. When I first came here, I did not think I would do well. I actually thought I was going to really suck. I was like, how am I going to find 2 people to do this? And literally it was kind of like Brittany's situation where so many people were coming out of the woodworks telling me, you know, they were struggling with stress, they were struggling with sleep, they were struggling with weight, they were struggling with pain. And a lot of people were like, gosh, I want to do this with you because I want to share this. I want people to see this. I don't want to hold this like to myself. So in my first couple months, I hit the rank of silver, which is a $4,000 a month check, which is so incredible from somebody who dropped out of college. Like, I was never going anywhere with my life. To be able to bring in that was incredible. But on top of that, the third way we're paid is a bonus. And it's a one-time rank bonus. But if you so when I hit silver, that's a $4,000 bonus. But I also got the bonuses before those. Like, you don't just like not get the other ones. So they paid me out the $2,500 bonus, the $1,500 bonus, and then the little 3 tracker one right up there, the $500. They paid all of that, which was so incredible. And then the fourth way we're paid is they actually send money to any debt of your choice. So a lot of companies give you like a free car, you get purses and just kind of like junk that you really don't need. But it's just their way of like buttering you up so that they don't have to give you cash. They get this stuff for super, super cheap half the time. And then they give it to you and they're like, here you go. You want a free purse. And I remember like, I always saw people getting all these bags and I'm like, what do you do with all of these bags? Like, I don't need 90 bags that say your company name on it. So we actually give you a check towards any debt of your choice. If you are a magical unicorn and you don't have any debt, you can actually get it to like a retirement fund. So every single month, Q puts $300 on our house payment. It's awesome. Like, my husband is like, every single time it shows up, he's like, is this real? Like, they're just paying $300 every month. And I'm like, yeah. Yeah. So it's awesome. No fancy cars. Because if you guys didn't know this, when people are getting a free car, it's not really free. They're going and leasing a car. And then if they don't hit that rank, they have to pay for that car. You're stuck with a car. Whereas here we just don't do that. You go put this money. We want you to get your financial house in order. We want you to hopefully get out of debt. When you come in here also, I don't know if I've told you this, Brittany, because it's been busy, but you get a financial advisor. You get a financial advisor is included when you jump in. So if there's anything really extra about Q, you get a financial coach. So if you're somebody who doesn't know where to put your money, get on a call with them and they will help. So that's kind of a little rundown. And I know we shared a whole bunch, but I know Brittany is super jacked about this stuff. And I'm the same way. When you try one of these products, you're going to be like, holy crap. So I'm glad that you guys hopped on. And I know we have a fun little giveaway. Brittany's been kind of writing everybody's name down during the call. So she's going to draw it live and someone's going to get a sleep spray, which you guys are going to love that. So anyways, I'm really thankful that you guys were here tonight and you spent kind of a big portion of your evening with us. Okay, Brittany, I'm going to let you pick the winner. Oh, you got to mute. Hold on. You were muted.
Unmute. There we go. I pressed share content and I was like, that's the wrong button. I don't want to share what's on the screen. I was like, I don't know what Logan's got on this screen right now. So I'm going to go through really fast and say all the names because there are some iPhone users. I want to make sure that I know who you guys are. So I have Jenny, Amy Reese, Don Woodrum, Shannon, Ashley Miller was in here, Erica, Blair, and Tracy. If I did not say your name, unmute yourself and say your name.
Jennifer Matson.
Jennifer, got it. I'm like, I'm over here. I'm like trying to figure out everybody who all is on here, but I'm like,
oh, and then also you guys, if you guys have questions after and Brittany will reach out to you guys and hopefully we can all get connected. I would love to connect with you guys before you place an order, like chat with one of us, because I don't want you guys to go on the website and be like, oh, I want this, but then maybe you should get something different. So I will help you if it's like a budget or anything like that. We can help with like what the best product for you would be. So I just wanted to make sure you guys know that. But drum roll.
That's how I was. I was shopping the website because I was given Ashley's website and I'm like, oh, I could try this. Oh, I could try this. I could try this. And I was like,
it's overwhelming.
Probably reach out to her. And I messaged her. I'm like, so I kind of want to sign up, but I'm not sure, but this is what I need. Like, this is my problems and I need to know what to take.
Yeah.
And instantly she's like, this. And I'm like, okay, like done. Like, got it. I had my cart full of like all this crazy stuff. She's like, start with this first and see how it goes. And I was like, okay, like whatever, like works for me. Because I just wasn't sure. And like, I'm so new to it all. And then I got last month at the end of the month, I got a few extra things. I'm like, okay, let's try this. And I was like, okay. And then this month I got all the sprays at the beginning of the month because I was just like, well, shoot, like I'm already addicted to the sleep spray. Like, what else can I take? Because I don't like pills either. I'm not a pill person. I have actually tried to take my life through pills before. So for me, like pills are very hard for me to take sometimes. So I'm like, if I can just spray something in my mouth, my mom's always telling me, you need to take a vitamin. You need to take that. I'm like, no, because like I can't sit there and take 10 vitamins or whatever, or those big, huge, giant, crazy pills that you need to take every day. But I'm like, these things are, I can't even get them down my throat. Like, what are you talking about? So for me, I was like, wait, sprays? Like, what? How is this possible? And I take Logan's drink also because Ashley told me she takes it herself because she can't do the pills. And so I was like, okay, well, I will try that too. Instead of taking the core pill, the adult version, I'll take the kids one because heck, why not? And the kids has the immunity stuff. So I'm like, we all need that right now. Like, we all need to be taking that. So I'm like, all right, I'll take that instead of getting the pills and like forcing myself to eat them.
Yeah.
And swallow them. So same. Hold on. Cover this. My bad. Oh man.
Tracy. Oh, yay, Tracy won. Congratulations. So we'll connect with you and get your info and get that shipped out. But all right, you guys, if you have questions, reach out to Brittany and hopefully we can all connect. But I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your Wednesday. I keep thinking it's Thursday, but it's Wednesday night. Bye, guys.
Thank
Bye
you.
guys.